20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Now it's my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, full of points to guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause her like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, full of points to guard.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it, how about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man on me, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, really rest or I'm bad. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, it's a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything
honey yard, dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. Slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the New York Jets. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll run here with the former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
They're going to sack. 44, Mike, 44. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a first down carry by Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Game situation. Let's go. Check 37.
They'll try the right side with Bell. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A first carry for Trenton Cannon. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Jaguars, Marquise Lee. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end. Zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set. 8-3. Let's go.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. The 30. The 20, and deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run, 71 yards.
Go! 94.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Shoot!
Off play action, it's Minshew. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. It'll be Minshew again. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. The Jets take over first and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go, son. Man, Eddie. Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming out. Hey, Delta. You. Check 43. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Bell sheds him off. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
Mike, 44. Tighten up. Pull it together.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now Bell. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On first down, it's Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike, 44. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. They'll run on first down. Bell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2. Darnold. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Darnold on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Maher is good. And that will knot us up at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A shotgun give to Fournette. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Minshew. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Let's get off the field, D. Check nickel. Former lady. 44. Smooth.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He wants it all for the end zone. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Los Angeles. And the Rams have opened it up to lead by a couple of touchdowns now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to fire one deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jake Ryan in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break all square. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Bravo! Ready?
On 2nd and 7, Minshew. That's out to his running back, Fournette. That one good for 26 and a first down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, worthy adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Miles Jack able to knock that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Darnold. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Leonard Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Down. 10 Lobo.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
General West. 2.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 34-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Pick it up.
They'll go again with Bell. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, You know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs him up 5. First and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice gain. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his target, it's Crowder. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years and sort of tailed off last season. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. Flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground. Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. It's caught. Jones.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A 1st down throw. Darnold escaping the pressure right. Caught by Jones. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Again, Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Darnold on 1st down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now Darnold. Well, it's caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Darnold now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, Steve 6.
Now Minshew. Sharks got it, left side. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, Mike 7.
Mike 57. I got you, punk. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Fournette running out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down by Avery Williamson. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jags, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the